Offsides.
Oh my goodness! The last show of the season, Super Bowl show. What a season, fellas!
Yes, it was wonderful.
Huh?
Great season. Great season. Great season.
I called it. The Rams won the Super Bowl.
Let's just get that out of the way right now. Leo.
I think we all called it.
No. You had the Bucs. No.
I said, nah.
No.
I
Don't do that.
I
No.
did.
You had the Bucs. I had the Packers, and you
I
had
did.
the Los Angeles Rams.
He had the Cleveland Browns. Man.
No, I did
In his
not.
heart, he did. In his heart, he did.
It's all right, man. Maybe one day they'll get there.
You got to be pretty proud. It's kind of sad that we don't have any prize for you, because you did choose it at the beginning of the year. You should win something.
I just want. It was a good take.
It was good. Next year, I think we'll give we'll put a couple bucks in a hat. Make it worthwhile. All right.
All right. When we talking about bucks, how many bucks you talking about? How many?
I don't know. Everybody put in $20.
20.
50.
100.
Man, come on, man.
$100. That's a lot of money. $100, and then the winner gets it. Well, what if nobody chooses it? Then what? I don't know.
Just get your money back.
Get your money back. Let's talk about the game. Anybody surprised? We weren't surprised.
Nope. Well,
weren't surprised.
the Bengals almost,
I thought for a while there, yes. I thought, hey, I'm looking at an upset here. I mean, I was, by the time the third quarter ran around, when it was the third quarter and they scored, I thought, and they were up in the third quarter. I thought if they can hang on, which in the back of my mind I'm going, they're never going to hang on. But if they could just get some lucky plays, maybe they pull this thing out.
I'm just gonna start with this matchup: Jalen Ramsey and Jamar Chase.
Ramsey had the worst game of his career.
Like I told everybody, Ramsey is a lion, but the kid showed up to play. He's not a pushover. I mean, the way he played the game of football is understanding how to get people off of his body. As a wide receiver, you can have the footwork, you can have all those things, but at the end of the day, football is played by two things: positioning and angles. You got to take the proper angles to position yourself to win the battles. And Jamar Chase been doing that week in, week out. And a lot of people didn't expect him to come and splash the NFL like that as a rookie. But if you look at how he played the game at LSU, you can be like, well, dang, he can really go in the NFL and do the same thing. He's strong, he's aggressive, he like contact, he know how to give a slight push off and not get called, Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest, he had Ramsey number that whole night.
He did.
He had Ramsey the whole night. Now, it's been some calls that the Higgins called that I really didn't get. Higgins almost really took Ramsey's whole face mask off.
Well, that was a little weird.
No, that's different.
I wasn't listening to the announcer, but what did they say on that? I
They
didn't
didn't say anything. They gave it to him. No, my thing
That was a clear face mask.
Man, he was an
Clear
OPI.
face mask.
OPI.
Look, everyone's making
clear.
fun of Eli Apple. He's a big meme right now in the media, which he did have a bad game. But in my opinion, Jalen Ramsey had a worse game. You give up 2 touchdowns and 163 yards.
Let me ask you
Not
this.
a great game.
That is terrible.
Where is Jalen
That
Ramsey
is terrible.
from? Where
ask
is
you
he
this.
from? What college did he go to?
Florida State.
FSU.
But let me ask you this. Jalen Ramsey been holding his own since he got
No.
in the league.
I'm not talking about before. I'm talking about this game.
Hear
I'm
me
not
out.
talking.
Hear me out. If you want to go to Jalen Ramsey gave up 2 touchdowns, that's fine. But Eli Apple gave up the winning touchdown.
Okay, but that's still
winning. And
He's
then,
still have a worse game.
It
He's
don't
still have a
matter.
worse game.
You can have a worse game or not. He's still a Super Bowl champ.
I'm not talking about that. I'm
And
talking about he had the worst game.
Listen, that's fine.
Okay,
but that's fine. But listen, even though he gave up 2 touchdowns, he still did some great things in that game. Now, on the other half, since you're comparing, I'd rather give up touchdowns earlier in the game than give up the one that's really critical that can win the game to close it out. Because you can bounce back from that.
Still the worst game.
At the end of the day, Eli can't bounce back. He the worst what?
I'm saying he had a worse game.
He had a worse game. I mean, they all professional athletes.
Okay, but
One game don't
all I'm
define him.
saying is he had a worse game. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like
Did he really
I feel
have-
like his game. Did he give up a couple touchdowns? Yes. I feel like he had a bad game, but not a worse game. But it was bad.
Was he mainly lined up against Chase?
No, T.
No,
Higgins.
he wasn't.
No.
T. Higgins was cooking them all over the field.
He wasn't just cooking. Now,
Yeah.
stop. See, there you go with this. There you go with this stuff again. Now you're trying to over-exaggerate, kid. He wasn't just cooking them.
Yes,
okay?
he was.
The only one that gave him one-on-one head-on collision, a matchup, was Chase.
I'll say it again.
Listen, let's again.
T. Higgins had a better game than Jamar Chase.
No. Listen. T. Higgins had a big game, right? On Jalen Ramsey.
He had
That's
a great
fine.
game.
But at the end of the day, they wasn't targeting Jamar Chase like that. It's been times that Jamar Chase had Jalen Ramsey fumbling all over the field, and Joe Burrow didn't have enough time or threw the backside.
I will say, on the
It's
last
been
play of
times.
the game, when he got sacked, he almost got sacked, he had to throw it away, 4th down, it was over. That's it. You go back, and it's all over the news now, like, all in the media. Ramsey got cooked by Chase off the line. He was wide open.
He was wide open.
He was wide open.
It was wide open. So my thing is the kid right now is going to emerge. The kid is emerging one of the best receivers in the league. But I told people from when he was in LSU, like this kid, the way he played the game of football, understanding position and angles, he's going to dominate the league. I already
The
knew
first catch of the game was a one-handed beauty.
By Jamar.
Yeah.
By Chase, yeah.
See, and that's
I mean,
poor.
that was
and that
such
was
a
poor.
beautiful catch.
Here's the thing: that was poor technique on Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey was just really, he wasn't sticking to his technique. Jalen Ramsey was just, I don't know what he was doing. He was just, I guess he was just underestimating the kid and what it was. He got caught slipping. A lot of corners do that all the time anyway. He didn't stick. The thing is, Jalen Ramsey didn't really stick. He wasn't really technical this game.
No.
And it cost him. Period.
Well, is it him having a bad game or Chase being that good?
Chase is a good ball player.
It's Ramsey having a bad game.
He's in the league.
Ramsey's the
He's in the
best
league.
cornerback in the league for years now, and he still is.
And he made him look like a fool though. Chase did.
See,
One
here's my
time.
thing.
And so did Higgins.
Here's my
So
thing.
did Higgins.
Everybody talk about Ramsey's the best corner. Buffalo got a corner over there.
Stop! Don't stop! Do not say that is coach. You sound like me right now. You do not.
I don't sound like nobody. I sound like me. I don't sound like any other body. I don't sound
You're
like
saying
nobody
that-
else but myself.
Tre'Davious White is better than Jalen
I
Ramsey.
ain't saying he's better, but I'm saying you better start taking notice. I'm not saying, listen.
I can name 3 corners better than
who?
Tre'Davious White.
Please.
What you
What you going to say?
Alexander.
What you going to say? Your boy
Listen,
from
listen,
the Browns.
listen. Jair Alexander, Jalen Ramsey, and Denzel Ward.
Jair
You know what? I'll
Alexander.
go for to say
Alexander?
I'll say yes.
Alexander and
Jair Alexander,
you can
what?
say you can say J.C. Jackson. You ain't getting him no pub too. So what you talking about?
You don't think Jair Alexander's a top 3 cornerback in the league?
I don't think he's better than White. No, that's my opinion. I like White, and he's smaller. I like White. He's scrappier. I like White. What's next?
Let me ask you this. Here's another question for you.
So right now, if you had to pick the best corner right now in the league right now, who you go with
Like to this day,
right now? I ain't saying consistency.
you can't say
I'm not
White
saying
'cause he tore his ACL.
I'm not saying consistency wise. I'm talking about right now.
yeah. But is White healthy in this scenario?
I'm not saying consistent. I'm saying statistically wise. Who would it be?
Who statistically wise, Ramsey.
No.
And matter of fact,
I think
AJ
J.C.
Terrell.
Jackson. J.C. Jackson.
No, I'll take AJ Terrell over J.C. Jackson.
Who?
AJ Terrell
Are you serious right
from
now?
the Falcons. Yeah.
Are you serious right now? Over J.C.
You talking about stats?
Man,
that man didn't
listen,
give up one
but
touchdown this year.
I don't even
No
talk
one
about
threw his
stats.
way.
What you mean,
J.C. Jackson's good. He's a top 5 cornerback, maybe top 4.
So you saying
I
Terrell
say-
is better than J.C.?
You said,
Tell me
you
your
said
why behind.
stats wise. Why?
Now
You said
we're going
stats.
off stats right now. Tell me why. Why would you say that? Let's get off
'Cause it's-
statistics.
Oh, so off statistics.
Yeah, let's
so
say
now
why.
I can say the
yeah,
true.
go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Jalen Ramsey, Jair Alexander,
No, I said no. We talking about Terrell.
AJ
We ain't
Terrell.
talking about all of them.
because he's a lockdown corner.
Okay, why? What's your opinion? Why? Give me the why that you think he's better than
He's
JC.
6'1", he's fast.
You going by measurables?
That matters.
Measurable matters.
6'1" is
So
different from
therefore,
5'11",
White.
coach.
So what about White measurables?
He's shorter.
So measurable count.
Of course it counts.
So measurables count. That's what we going on. That's why he's better than JC because his measurables.
No, but he has a better skill set than him, I think.
What?
Than J.C. Jackson, yeah. Yeah. In some areas. In some areas. Wait.
Oh my gosh, kid.
Hold on. Are we talking about No. Terrell versus White or Terrell versus J.C. Jackson. You got to be clear.
Listen, don't try to put an extra person.
hold
You
on.
know who we talking about. We talking about J.C. Jackson and Terrell. For the Atlanta
close,
Falcons.
Coach.
Ain't no just close. You just know. You can't take that back.
No, because we were talking about Tre'Davious White.
No, we was not.
Yes, we were.
Kev, we was not worried.
Oh my gosh.
We was stuck on J.C. Jackson. Again, you said he got a better skill set than J.C. Last time I checked,
Tre'Davious White.
No. Last time I checked, who lead the league in the interception? Last time I checked, also who got better ball skills?
That's Trevon Diggs.
I didn't ask you that. I'm asking you about Terrell for the Falcons versus J.C. Jackson.
J.C. Jackson
jumping all over the place.
Yeah,
he's better than Terrell at Atlanta Falcons. He is a better corner. J.C. Jackson right now is in the top 3 corners in the league.
Top 3?
Yes, he's going to my pick in the top 3.
Oh my, top 3? I know he's your boy, but top 3?
That's not my boy. We ain't going that way. That's not just because he's from Immokalee, he's from Florida, so that's not what I'm saying. You got to turn on the film. When you look at the film and look what J.C. Jackson possessed and compared to all the other guys, J.C. been going toe-to-toe with the best. Toe-to-toe.
That's not what
been
I saw.
holding his own. When did you
He
ever
got
see?
cooked by Stephon Diggs for 2 touchdowns and 140 yards.
But how many interceptions he had a year?
That year he had, I believe, he was 3rd in the league.
I asked you third. How many?
I think.
And to be honest, Stephon Diggs cooked a lot of people.
When did they announce the Defensive Player of the Year?
Hold on, wait.
When did they do
Hold
that?
on.
Wait,
Your boy Ramsey. Devontae cooked Ramsey.
Devontae always cooks Ramsey. Devontae cooks everybody.
Listen. Okay, so all the other guys.
He cooks Ward. He cooks everybody.
That's all those other guys you compare, and you put them against JC, and you turn film on. JC went toe to toe, better than all of them. I guarantee. All you gotta do is turn on the film. Turn it on.
First of all, Devontae
Pay
Adams. Devontae Adams has never played J.C. Jackson in the last 2 years.
I'm pretty sure if he. My thing is, I'm not talking about. I'm just in general.
I'm gonna give you my top 5 cornerback list. Okay.
I don't need to see your top 5.
No, real quick though. Jalen Ramsey, Jair Alexander. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I have Tre'Davious White. Then
now you put him in there. Now you want to put him in. No, why you want to put him in there now?
Then I have Denzel.
He don't have the measurables.
Then I have
he don't have
Denzel Ward.
No, I'm talking about White. He don't have the measurables to be on your list.
No, not measurables. But comparing to AJ Terrell, he's long. He's just strong.
Okay.
So it's Ramsey, Alexander, White, Denzel Ward, and then I don't know. 5 is a throw up. You can say 5 could be any. I don't know.
Jameer Alexander's a Packer. That's all I care about. Let me ask you this: when do they give you the Defensive Player of the Year award?
That was already passed. I think the ESPYs.
Who got that?
I can't remember. I don't know.
Watt.
T.J. Watt.
It's always a lineman. How come corners don't get that?
Oh, yeah.
Because the corners usually get that, or why don't they get that?
You have to
You gotta understand. You gotta really have. You gotta do some things.
You gotta have picks. You gotta
But they don't usually choose a corner for that.
No.
They always say you have a D lineman or something like that.
Did a corner ever win Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah.
Not many.
I'm trying to think. Did Charles Woodson?
Charles Woodson,
I think
maybe.
Deion did too.
Shermanator?
I think Charles Woodson won it.
The Shermanator?
Richard Sherman?
Richard
No,
Sherman?
he never won.
No, he never won. I think Charles Woodson, I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Charles Woodson
He
probably
was
won.
great. Let me ask you this. Let me have a question. I have a question. You're the Cincinnati Bengals, and you have in your backfield Mixon, right?
Yep.
And you have Perrine?
Yep.
Okay. Why, because I read this article, and I agreed with it, why are you using Perrine?
Because you have to get
They
Mixon
barely
a break.
use Mixon. You know what I mean? Like, they're going at like 3rd and 1 or something like that. It was like a 3rd or 4th or something like that.
They're different types of
Yeah,
backs.
it's a different archetype. You gotta have a power back and an elusive back. Mixon's more of an elusive guy.
Mixon is more of
Wouldn't
an
you
all-purpose.
use Mixon a little bit more?
Well, of course, but like he's more.
Why didn't they use him?
He's your number 1 starting running back. But you
They
gotta
don't use him. They used Perrine a lot.
You gotta have.
They used him a lot.
Did you not see what Mixon was doing in the game?
Yeah, he was. But
as the 4th quarter came about, he the one was really like shocking everything. He was like picking up, hitting for 5, hitting for 3, catching the ball out of the backfield, making the guy miss. Mixon is like.
Oh, he's good. But I would have just used him the entire time. I wouldn't have.
I mean, you got to have a mixer. You got to have a change.
My question is, why are we throwing the ball on 4th and 1?
When in the middle
with a minute 20 left? No, on the last play of the game. Oh. Why are we throwing the ball? That's my question because
On 4th and 1.
it was a long yard, yeah, but still.
Because
you don't throw the ball.
Because it's Joe Burrow
You don't
and
throw
it's
the ball?
Jamar Chase.
I understand that, but
It's Jamar Chase.
I understand that, but
But-
he doesn't have time to throw it when you have Aaron Donald back there.
That's true.
Who's the
too.
best defensive
By the way,
player
he got
of all time.
He got sacked 7 times in that game. Burrow 7 times he was sacked.
That's what.
Didn't I tell you what was going to happen when they
I
wake
agree
up?
with you. I agree with you.
I don't know. That's a good. Why did they do that? There's a lot of questions with the coaching calls on the Bengals.
The thing is, we can all, unless you've been in it, unless you have been in the game plan and studied. Right now, we all from the outside looking in. Unless you've been in those trenches.
Nah, I know.
You cannot say a
can't
coach
say-
call
you
is a
can
bad
second
call.
guess it.
Listen, you can't say a
Right.
coach call is a bad call.
Right.
Who is you to say a coach call is a bad call, a good call?
He makes
okay,
that-
okay,
he
okay. My
makes that
thing is
catch,
no.
you know.
My thing is this. You say it's a bad call, 4th and 1. We shouldn't be throwing the ball. How do you not know in the game plan they might see something else on the defense that makes them vulnerable on the pass?
Yeah.
Okay, you got Aaron
Yeah.
Donald, but he ain't got no time. But what it would have been if he ran the ball anyway?
Yeah.
So win, lose.
I wasn't that
Quarterback
shocked at that.
quarterback is pretty durable. He been doing some Houdini type things. You never know. You got to take a gamble.
Yeah.
You got to take it.
I don't question it. When that happened, I was like, sure, why not? You got Burrow, you got Chase. It's just it's not as risky as I would think. But it was a little shocking, I give you that. But at the same token, those guys are so good, and it was just a bad luck. It didn't happen.
I don't think it was a bad luck, man. They couldn't block Aaron Donald.
They could not.
He's
They
the
could
best.
not.
He's
Three
the
guys.
best defensive player of all time. I'm going to
He's
say that.
outstanding. I'll give you that.
3 players blocking 1 guy.
Yeah, I know. That was really insane.
3.
And he was still in his face the whole game. 7 times they sacked him. And yeah, that guy is one of the best players I've ever seen.
He's the best defensive player in the league, right?
For sure.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
better than J.J. Watt or anything.
T.J. Watt, yeah.
T.J. Watt,
He-
yeah.
He just got the sacks, but Aaron
He's
Donald.
just the best
Yeah.
defensive player in the league. Now, if I had to go best DN, I'm going with Crosby for the Raiders.
Yeah.
But
Defensive
the best,
end.
yeah,
Be defensive
it's-
Stop,
lineman.
coach. Stop. You did not just say Crosby's the best DN in the league.
to me.
Defensive end.
Did you see his body at work? Did you actually sit down and see him? Did you watch him?
Coach.
That kid is dude is unblockable, bro.
You're saying that he's better than Myles Garrett or better than all these
No,
other guys?
I'll say it to me.
To you, he's
To
better
me.
than Myles Garrett.
I think I'm picking him over Myles Garrett.
Crosby.
Straight up, I'm picking him over. Crosby's a force, man.
On the Raiders.
You can say what you want to say. Yeah, I like Crosby.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the guy. I didn't know him. I didn't know his work.
Crosby's unblockable. But hey,
It's my mom's maiden name, Crosby.
oh man.
Let me ask you this. Cooper Kupp came through in the end. Cooper
He's
Kupp.
the
Cooper
best.
Kupp.
He's the best. He's the best. I mean,
Cooper
I
Kupp.
think I don't know.
Clutch catch.
I mean,
Because
who else are they
it's
gonna
at
go
the end
to?
of the game. you
Yeah.
know?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Cooper Kupp been a lot of people. Here's my thing with the Cooper Kupp issue. A lot of people saying, Cooper Kupp, he's not the best in the league. Well, people fail to understand. Cooper Kupp been doing this. If you pay attention, when they was averaging 30 some points, but when they went, what it was last year, year before, he was on that same team.
Yeah.
It just so happened he had to carry the load because Robert Woods got hurt. Now, with that being said, that's where they got Odell Beckham. Now, I'm going to go back off the grid back to the Super Bowl. If Odell Beckham don't get hurt, Odell Beckham's win MVP.
Thank you.
Of that game, you mean?
He was gonna take. Thank you.
Yeah.
He was going to take over that game.
He was going to take
He
over
was.
the game. Oh,
He was.
man, you seen it.
easily. You say
You
by the
saw
way,
it in the beginning
he
when they
killed some
first came out.
So here's the thing.
He made the first catch, and I was like,
Here's the
"Ooh,
thing.
he's ready to
Touchdown.
play."
This Super Bowl games is reincarnating Odell, showing everybody, Odell this, all the talk about Odell Beckham and this, that, and third. Odell was put on the stage where he can show everybody, listen, I'm still an elite receiver. I'm still one of the best in the league.
That was a shame.
Now, right now, my thing with Odell, is he up for free agent? I think he is.
Hold on, wait. Let's talk about that.
No, let's talk about the ACL. How bad is that injury?
No, hold on. Before we talk about that,
That's bad.
he would have not only been the MVP of that game, but like he was making play. He got a touchdown pass first, third drive of the game.
Yeah.
Then next drive, they gave him a little dump off route, 35 yards down the field in the field goal range.
Outstanding.
It was a
But-
crossing route.
That was the best.
Crossing, yeah.
To be honest with you, that's the best
ran
I've
over
seen
route.
him play on the
What?
Super Bowl.
No.
I mean, this year. This year.
No.
That ain't the best I've seen him play.
This year?
You mustn't see the old,
This year,
the
no,
young Odell.
no, that's fair.
Oh, the young Odell, yeah, no.
Yeah.
But this year, he's had a rough year. He went from Cleveland to, he had a hard time at Cleveland, and then you're right. When he came out of that game, he had these great plays, and I'm like, oh wow, this guy's gonna really show
The
us.
thing is, he finished strong.
finished
the thing,
strong.
he started off shaky on the team with the Brownie boys.
If-
the Brownie boys didn't give him no brownies, so he had to go to LA Rams, and they got shot him out with gold, hooked up
Right.
with Snoop Dogg and Dre, and they brought him out, So
Right.
the thing is, he finished strong, man, and I'm pretty proud of
I'm
Odell.
proud
But I
of
keep telling people, like,
What happens with his ACL?
That's what I'm
though?
talking about.
Like,
It's bad. Like, does he retire?
That bad? Is that bad?
It's bad. That's 7. I mean,
He's not.
he's gonna stay with the Rams.
No, but
He's
what do
not
you
gonna.
do with the ACL? That's a major injury.
That's like 7 to 9 months.
Yeah, that's major.
I'm gonna be honest. You say it's 7 to 9 months, but what the stuff they have, the technology.
No, I know. I'm saying
and with his caliber and what he can do and the money he can spit to get. Hey, listen, it might take some
he has to go
like
through
5,
it.
6.
He has to go through it all over again.
Who matters? That's
the same
the
leg?
price that comes with the game you play.
Is it the same leg?
Yeah.
Same
Same
thing.
leg.
Same
I mean, he
exact-
was just running. He wasn't doing anything.
No,
he never
planted,
hit.
he tried to.
He tried to plan to come back, and his knee didn't give. It buckled.
It buckled. Gross. Awful.
Yep.
And usually those are the injuries that are the worst, right? When you're just running and all of a sudden your knee buckles.
Oh, it's turf. Not everyone's mad about the turf.
Yeah. Hell.
You don't see that many torn ACLs on grass.
That was a
Unless it's a
shame.
contact. Like Joe
Because-
Burrow, remember against Washington, he tore his ACL.
I thought Burrow was going to hurt his knee. He
Oh yeah,
went
what was
down.
that about? Yeah, that kind of
He
scared
got
me for a
bent
second.
backwards and he got
that
bent.
was kind of crazy because he was yelling and screaming.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
I thought
he was out.
Yeah, me too.
When I see him went down, I was like, oh.
Ooh,
that's
that's
the
By the way,
not
they
good.
said that he went back to the tent, and they wouldn't let him evaluate him. They said I'm going back in the game.
Oh, they didn't want it
Yeah.
because if you do make a call, that's what I think. This might be the rule where if you get evaluated and they make a call, then
You
all of
can't.
a
You
sudden,
literally can't go back into the game.
because the liability is now on the doctors and everything else, and the liability gets transferred. So if you don't get examined, then it's nobody's call. You know what I mean? Like you go back.
the player's
in.
fault.
Exactly. Well, I don't know. Maybe his knee is worse than we think. Who knows?
He could have sprained if he's okay. Like if he sprains it, that's a whole different story.
Well,
That's
we
like,
would have
that's
heard
like
if it
2
was-
months. That's fine.
A sprain is 2 months.
Yeah,
It's tough.
a sprained ACL.
A sprain ACL is 2 months.
Yeah.
Now, do you not know, like, when you say ACL, that's ability to cut, redirect, and stuff like
Yes.
that? That's kind of part of holding your body, right? It's not going to be 2 months.
Yeah.
Is it
You can-
ACL?
you can look it up. It's 2
it'll
months.
be a little. It depends on the body structure of the person, the muscle texture of the person, his small muscle that's holding the knee and stuff together. So you got to think everybody's body is different. Just because scientifically it tells you, 2 months, his body might not have that muscle texture to hold that knee up to. It might take him a little longer. So
And that's
a assumption that they'll say it's 2 months.
And that's the same knee, I think, with Burrow too, right? That
Oh,
was
I
the
don't
same.
know.
Because he hurt his knee last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same knee or not.
But it's a shame. I thought that they were going to. Let's talk about the halftime show. Do we like that?
Oh man, that halftime show was
I
it was
loved
dope. It was
It was
dope.
good.
Yeah.
It was dope.
I loved Snoop Dogg. They said he got stoned before the show, which is
I mean, he was getting stoned on the show. Like you said, he didn't get down. He
got
was.
stoned.
But the thing is, I mean, I just like what Dre really brought it.
Yeah. You know, I really
bro.
like it because you like the new stuff. That was old stuff that I enjoy. And it was also, I think it was saying, like, that stuff still holds up. Like, those songs still hold up today, you know? All that Dre and Snoop Dogg stuff, that still holds up, man. That still holds up.
I'm gonna tell you what got it. When Eminem
comes out.
came out and he
Yeah.
put on "Lose Yourself." Ooh.
Lose Yourself.
I was in.
Great song.
Check this out. I was at the
Great
bar.
song.
Listen, I was at the bar, and when he came out, and I had a couple guys with us and stuff like that, friends. I'm like, man, this place finna go into uproar. Right?
Yeah.
These people finna go crazy, right?
Yeah.
Man,
Did it
his
go
arms
crazy?
are sweaty. When that thing came out, man, the whole bar went
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
That
I say,
Yeah.
man, these people crazy.
if you need to get ready for a football game,
That's a song.
there's a
Yeah,
couple
that's one of them.
songs like you and I like the Phil Collins song
In the air tonight.
"In the Air
That's a good
Tonight."
one.
You ever hear that one? I
You
can
get-
feel it in the air.
So it's what Baker
tonight.
listens to for the games.
Yeah,
He has a little drum.
but "Lose Yourself" is such a motivational
It's a different
song.
type of energy.
To get ready for a game, though.
It's a different type of energy.
You better lose yourself in
Yeah.
the moment. That's such a great song. Such
See me,
a
but
great
I don't
song.
listen. I don't listen. I listen to Lose Yourself, but I'm more so. Well, I'm more so. People that I'm just. I have different. I'm just say I had different
Yeah.
tastes.
Do you like Mary J. Blige? She was great.
Yeah, she was great.
She was great. And then Kendrick Lamar.
No, that's
No,
my
I didn't
boy.
like. I didn't.
He was great.
Man, listen.
He has so many good hits. He could have done so many things.
It's a Dre thing.
Oh, Dre's got to look good. It can't be
It's a
Kendrick.
Dre
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Cool,
All
it's
them
not.
up on the Dre's.
But it's
Dre's
not.
day.
He-
I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, you got so many hits, but it's still, that's Kendrick Lamar. Hey, man, listen, you can't talk about it. Kendrick, man. Kendrick, my boy.
I love Kendrick. No,
But
I'm
he's
saying
not
he's
bigger
one of my
than
favorite rappers.
Dre.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, he'll never be bigger than I don't know.
No.
Bigger than who?
Dre.
No,
No.
I don't
No.
need too many people bigger than Dre.
Yeah.
I think Dre's also more legendary because he actually he like changed the culture
did.
so much
He did.
for a lot of people, and
Yep.
including like your generation,
Yeah.
how old were you when all this stuff was out?
I was what? Probably like in the 90s?
Like
I was born in
to
88.
change a whole culture and generation and then have to carry on to the next one. That's big.
No, I know. That's what I
That's
say.
big.
I mean,
still
I
holds
look
up.
at it. I mean, when you look at things like that, changing the whole culture, what Dre did, he had other people up underneath and he groomed. Like for example, he was under Suge Knight and them, and he went off and went to Aftermath. Now, when he created Aftermath, guess what he did? Where's Slim Shady? Oh,
Yeah.
Eminem. He brought Eminem out, right?
Yeah.
Eminem explodes.
Yeah.
Takes
Big
over.
time.
Okay, Eminem, what you do? Okay, let's get this train going, this chain going. Eminem brings in who? 50.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was on there too. 50 was on there.
Yeah, now 50 get his chain going, he brings in his rappers. Now, God bless the dead, 50 brought in the next who? Pop Smoke.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that was a
Generation.
50. He was 50 guy found him?
That's what I heard. I think
Yeah.
50 found Pop Smoke.
Wow.
But,
Yeah.
you know, he died. You know, I mean.
Oh, I know.
God
That's such
bless
a
the
shame. I've been
So it's
listening.
just
He's
so
been
a lot of
listening. He's
things-
been showing me Pop
Yeah.
Smoke. I like
I mean,
Pop.
even in Jay-Z, I mean, everybody have that, you know, like, for example, like, if we take it off, like, my thing. See how I'm a coach and I'm a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to teach what I learned and my knowledge, and then I pass my thing on, and now the people up underneath me, they're going to teach, and they're going to get their twist on it. They're going to bring somebody up underneath. It's always like a chain. It's a
Yeah.
chain line.
All right.
Yeah. And
Let's-
That's the greatest thing about it.
You don't say that. He do that.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm saying we need to talk about the Super Bowl.
Well, okay.
We haven't
All right,
talked
let's
about
get
it
back
at
to the
all.
Super
He
Bowl.
do that.
Now,
He do that, not you.
let's
Okay? He do that. That's
let's
his
talk
job.
about the ads. Did we see any ads that we liked? Sometimes people like the ads. I
Hey,
didn't really. Bitcoin was a good ad.
Bitcoin had a dope ad, man. And it was funny because when it came on, it had the little, what's the little thing? Boom, boom, boom,
QR
different colors.
code.
Yeah,
The code.
the code.
Yeah.
Whatever the thing.
Yeah.
And no one really paid attention to it. People just, and then little old Jitterbug was like, hey, Dad, let me see your phone. So I'm like, man, Jitterbug, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Jitterbug say, I'm finna, and because I had a booth, and the TV was right there in our booth. And then Pat, my friend Pat, gave Jitterbug his phone. Jitterbug, Pat Ryan Jr., top 10 youth receiver in the country. Yeah, I say that. But
Shout
anyway,
out.
he tits a thing. He was like, Dad, I just got Bitcoin. I say, what the heck? I thought that was pretty
funny.
cool what Bitcoin did, though.
That's great. You know, and Bitcoin, I think, is staying at, I think, 44,000. I'm not sure, but it's staying right where it is. It's still the number one.
It's just level.
It's still the number one. Coin right now.
Really?
It still is. I think so.
Cryptocurrency.
Yeah, crypto. It's still the number one. Yeah, but it is. That was a good one. And then Uber Eats had one that I thought was interesting. It had a lot of celebrities in it, and I didn't really get it. It was where the food comes in and then they eat like grocery parts or something like that. I didn't really think it was that funny. But I mean, there was sort of mediocre ads, and Nothing really stood out for me, too many ads, but there were a few, I guess, that were okay.
A lot of people.
Budweiser always has the horse.
Yeah, a lot of people.
that.
A lot of people really go for the Super Bowls because they be looking for the Super Bowl ads and stuff like that, commercials.
Yeah.
And I can say this year's Super Bowl commercial was like not really exciting.
Not that exciting.
Nah.
What was exciting is Sochi Field. I really think that, being from Los Angeles and seeing that go up, what a beautiful stadium. I've never seen.
What field?
What is it, SoFi? What is
He
it?
said Sochi.
Sochi?
Yeah,
What did I call it?
Sochi.
He said Sochi Field.
What do you call it?
SoFi Stadium.
SoFi Stadium. All right, I'm not the brightest bulb on the planet.
So it's fine.
SoFi Stadium is beautiful. It's a nice stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I think the reason why the Rams won that game was
Well,
also
they were also home field.
home field advantage, second time year
Yeah.
in a row. But in the Super Bowl now, like the Bengals got stops early in the game. They were 3 and out against the Rams offense.
They were.
Like 3 times in a row, but then Burrow couldn't really get it going. They got like a field goal, couldn't really get it going. And then the turning point for me was when, the moment when I thought the Bengals were going to win the game was when they came out of half and Higgins caught that touchdown on Ramsey. I found that to be a big turning point for the Bengals. But then, Stafford and Kupp just started doing their
That's
thing.
what their thing was, yeah.
And it was a good game.
But we also, when we came into this game, we knew the defensive line was going to show up, and that's where they really showed up at the
Actually,
second.
they was holding their own against Dunham because they had 3 guys holding them.
Yeah.
They was kind of holding their own in the first half.
half.
But what stood out to me, what I thought Bengals was going to pull it out, is when late in the fourth quarter, when Mixon started turning it up, I said, "Oh Lord, here we go." Here we go. I actually left the Super Bowl part of where I was at because I had to go get my daughter. So I'm really just paying attention to the ESPN app, and oh man! And then the last drive, I hear little Winston call me, "Coach, man, this guy can't be stopped." So here I am. I'm looking at it because my phone is buffering. And then that's when I knew it was all Schroep. That Stafford and your boy
Coop. But that's also where that defensive line, they didn't get tired, and they started to really pour it on in the second half.
I just really felt like Donald me personally, I just really felt that all those guys that came together on that Rams team, they was out for one mission in the beginning of the year. And I just felt like, you got to think about Stafford. Stafford went through so much trouble, turmoil in Detroit. Now you got Odell Beckham coming from Cleveland and stuff like that. He's going through his things. You got people on the media outskirts saying, is Odell Beckham still his? Is he still this? Is he still have it? And stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when you got Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and all those guys going, so it's like, hey man, look, we all here for one mission. Let's get us a Super Bowl ring and call it a day because we is the best team in the NFL on paper. We got the players. So now let's make everybody a believer. And I just really felt like it was a moment in the time of that game because as an athlete, you visualize moments. And I still remember, I kind of visualized that Donald was going to wreck something because they had 3 guys block him. And I really felt like in that momentary time when the clutch times kind of happened, that's when they turned it on.
Yeah.
Stafford started clicking with Cooper Kupp and then and there's always that what if Odell would never got hurt. And I'm telling you, if Odell would never got hurt, it
might have been a blowout.
I don't want to say a blowout. It probably been ugly.
Would have been ugly, yeah. I agree. And I do feel great for Stafford just because I've been through Detroit. I've seen him in the Detroit years and that.
You guys have been blowing him out for years. The Packers been.
Oh, yeah. And, I feel good for the guy coming in and getting a Super Bowl like that. He's been in the league for a long time. And, I mean, there's no doubt he was great all the time. He just didn't have any support at Detroit.
He always,
it was
Detroit
nice to see.
You got to ask yourself about that certain organizations now.
Well, the ones that
like Browns and Detroit Lions, bro, I'm not just coming at you, kid, but you got to ask yourself about these organizations. Like, dang, Detroit,
you do.
You have.
It's not like they don't have money.
You have first-round picks, great first-round picks, year in and year out. Like, what's going on? Y'all haven't even.
Yeah.
So I think
melt the Super Bowl, or even try to go to the game before the Super Bowl, or 2 games before the Super Bowl. Like, what's going on?
I think talk about team culture too. That might be part of it.
It's the front office, man.
Yeah.
Front office did a great job. I think the Rams' defensive line played the best in that whole game, no doubt.
Yeah.
That defense. It wasn't even the defense. It was just that defensive line. Without them, they probably would have lost, honestly.
Their defensive line.
The defensive line really came through.
That's it. That's all it was. The cornerbacks, all right. Ramsey had a tough game, but that defensive line just came through, like, whenever they needed to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was one man.
That was the difference.
There's one man that took a hold of that, who took control of that defensive line. That's Donald.
Mm-hmm. Who got
Aaron
the MVP?
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like Super Bowl
Yeah.
MVP?
Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah,
Cooper
Kupp,
Kupp.
yeah.
Yeah.
In
Should
a
have
way,
been Donald. Should have been Donald.
Well, everybody says it should have been Donald, but you got to understand too, like
Kupp came in
they
clutch.
Cup,
But he did.
like they both came. The body of work they both was doing, like, I mean, Donald called him terror. I mean, he called it chaos. Cooper Kupp is capitalizing.
Literally.
I mean, so now you got to think like, and then you got to understand it's an offensive game. So you got to think too, like last play of the game, this guy just been tearing the NFL up in all three categories. Boom, he catches the winning touchdown. And then check about his story. It's a remarkable story.
Yeah.
Now you
No
can talk
stars,
about
not
no
ranked in high
stars, not
school.
ranked. Wife had to take care of him while he was
really?
in
So he
college.
can pursue his
now he
dream.
can pursue his
Wow.
dream. Not only that, now it pays off. Now look, I mean, he's leading in its receiving, yards, catches, touchdowns. Now all of a sudden he's a Super Bowl MVP.
It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great way to go out.
Perseverance.
It's a great story to add. Too.
Yeah. Perseverance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay with it. That's the lesson. Well, we stayed with it all year, and it was a great year. It was a privilege to be with you guys. I loved every minute of it. You know.
We're not done yet.
No, we're not done. We're going to do NBA, all right? We're going to keep going. But the football season is over. I loved it. I thought it was a great year.
It's more stories. It's more to come, man. More sports to come.
There's more sports to come. We'll go through a lot of it. We'll be back. And I just think the NFL season was a great one. You know, in terms of the entire season, we're coming off COVID. We're coming off all this controversy. This was a full season where people were in the stands, and it seemed like football was kind of back.
Yeah, it was.
And it was nice to see. I
Yeah,
thought it was a great season. I thought it was a great season, even though my Packers didn't make it.
Think about it. We still got the draft coming up.
We still
We got
the
all
draft.
these things.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things we got coming up.
There's
so.
no one good in the draft. I mean, not gonna say that. There's like a cornerback to defense. There's no good quarterbacks in the draft this year.
As well.
No
There's
good
really no good
quarterbacks?
quarterbacks.
There's no quarterback. It's not a year of the quarterbacks right now.
No,
me
not yet.
personally, I
It's
think
year of the
it's
cornerbacks this
it's
year.
it's the year of corners and probably like a D line, defensive lineman.
No, the Packers need both.
You know, I mean, it's really no standout quarterback that I know that
No.
stood out to me
I mean,
this year.
maybe the Ohio State guy.
Who?
Who's the
Oh
Ohio
yeah,
State
yeah,
guy?
yeah.
He was good.
Yeah, number 5. Forget his
If
name.
you're talking about Wilson, Garrett
yeah,
Wilson.
yeah. He might go to Cleveland. No, I'm not even joking. Like that's like something that's being discussed.
Wow.
Well, that's our show. That's our season. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.
Offsides.